All right, fourth graders, this morning we're going to be working on estimating and rounding and why we estimate and round. Okay, what they're telling us here is they want to know when we estimate why are we doing it and what is the best estimation. So here I'm going to kind of look down here, 4 groups of 68. That's a little bit harder to do. Some of us may not know how to do that yet, but what they did is they showed us 4 groups of 68 is here. So from here to here is 4 groups of 68. Then they said, well, you could think that 68 would round to 60, and if that's the case, that would be here. Or you could say 4 groups of 70 would end here. And they want you to look at which is it closer to. Well, 68 really rounds to 70, so that is a closer estimate. 280 is closer to what your actual would be. Here they looked at 63. Okay, so we're going to scroll. That would be down here on this one. They looked at 63. And they said, well, 4 groups of 60 would put you here, 4 groups of 70 would put you here, 4 groups of 63 would put you here. 63 would round down to 60, and that would be a closer estimate. Okay, so we're going to talk about high and low estimates and why we would use them in the real world to help us get our math done. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn the page, and let's look at what we're talking about here. Okay, so Keisha has 185 fifth graders in her class. The library has 28 tables with 6 chairs each. So when I look at that, 28 tables and 6 chairs each, I could say my low estimate would be 20 groups of 6, which would give me 120. Okay, there are at least 120 chairs in the library. A high estimate, which we know we don't have this many because we're rounding up, would be 180. So our actual answer is going to fit someplace in between those two. Okay? They want to know, is there enough for 185 students to sit? Okay? There's not enough room for 185 because even when we do a high estimate, we get 180 chairs. There's not even 180 chairs in there because we rounded this up. So our answer to this would be no, there are not enough chairs because even when we estimated high, we got 180. Okay, so here's another one that we're going to do. Amina is printing class newsletters there are 8 pages, and she needs 74 copies. Okay, so 74 copies, 8 pages each. Okay, a high estimate for her would be to say that she needed 80 pages with 8 copies, and that would give her 640 copies. Okay, a low estimate would be to say that she needed to make 70 copies at each, and that would give her 560. Okay, we know that her answer is going to come in between 460 and 560. We know she needs at least this many, and she needs more than this. So if we get 90 sheets on each one, okay, and we need to copy 8 pages out of that, 90 sheets at 8 pages each would give us what? 720. Okay, that would be enough, right? Because we only need 640. If we did 7 packages, would that be enough? Let's look. Oops, that's supposed to be a 7. So 7 times 9 is 63. 630. That might be enough because it's more than this and less than this. Remember, this was too many pages and this was not enough pages. And our number falls right in between those two. So she could probably use 7 packages. Okay, so this is just a brief introduction of how we might use it. Now you're going to get a chance to apply this. So you can pause this and go back and look at those. If you need some help, you can go to the help section or raise your hand for a coach. This is how we're going to apply it. It says estimate each product and then solve and check your estimate. Okay, so here's our product. Product means the answer to a multiplication. You need to make sure you have that stuck in your brain. Okay, so we're going to do an estimate. 3 times 52. We know that 52 is close to 50, so 3 groups of 50, and then it says that we should do that, and it should be 150. Okay, again, 27 is close to 30, so my problem is 9 groups of 30, and my answer would be 270. Okay, that's what you're doing for this, and then when you go up and get your homework and remembering, let's look at your homework real quick. This is what you're doing, the same thing, solving and checking. Okay, so be careful on here because it says estimate each project, and here it says estimate each product. Okay, so make sure you're doing your estimations.